Hello, Cole. I've got your post up here. I've got your JPEG up here. We're going to take a look at this in a second, but I kind of want to look at your writing, describing your experience with the assignment. I think that you've done a good job here. I think the impressive thing here is that you're really alluding to the elements and principles of design in your written rationale here. So that's fantastic. You're talking about the vibrancy of colors. You're talking about the tonal distribution. You're talking about parent hues associated with those colors. And you're also talking about implied line using as a tool of direction, and that's really good stuff. So you're definitely considering the right things here, and you're definitely speaking the right language in terms of referring to elements and principles of design when you describe your experience with the assignment. So that's fantastic stuff right there. Let's jump over to the ad itself. And I just want to bring this down a little bit so we can fit it in the window. I think that's a little distracting right there. So let's, oh, actually, no, it's not. No, that's good. That's perfect. So yeah. All right, so we've got the ad in the window, and I think that it's a fantastic start. I think you've got this kind of really neat vibe here that's describing and kind of uh, uh, promoting this kind of sunset feel and this sunset vibe, and you're doing so by promoting a luau. So I think we're definitely getting that through the image as well as the verbiage of the headline, subhead, and the body copy. So that's fantastic stuff. Really good job with the placed image here. Nice masking on that flame. That's beautiful. Um, I think one of the neat things about the placement of this is the fact that you've actually preserved, this was smart placing it this way because you've actually preserved the light source. The light sources, this is backlit. It's coming from the sunset, right? So you've got this backlit light source on the tiki torch. So that, I thought that was really a good choice there. Okay, as far as the actual mechanics of the ad itself goes, in terms of structure, the one thing that we're missing here is the address, the location, and contact information for the ad. Now, this is for the client. Now, this is a magazine ad, so I highly recommend that you place that. I think a logical place would be over here on the bottom. I wouldn't move. We can't really consider moving the logo, and the reason being is because right now the right-hand side of the composition has already got enough visual weight, being that the silhouette and the torch are both on the right side of the composition. So I wouldn't want to add any more visual weight on the right-hand side of the composition. That leaves us with left placement for the logo and contact information on the right-hand side. So you definitely want to figure out how you're going to place your contact information. One of the problems I'm seeing is that you're going to end up covering up the torch if you place it on the right-hand side. That leaves an option of leaving it above this area right here. And I'm going to also recommend that we move the type up in the composition. I'll get to that in 1 second. I'm wondering if you have tried any of the other logos. The neat thing about these logos here, this one, and this one, this is a grayscale logo. So I don't recommend that in this particular image, but this one or this one, maybe this one is your answer. The reason I say that is because this has got a nice transparent background to it. So when you place it, you'll be able to see the image through that. It's not as visually heavy as um, the versions that have the background. So keep that in mind. And the one thing I would recommend here is let's take a look at your typography. So enjoy a sunset luau. I would put this in title case. So that's cap S and cap L. Then where the food and drinks are on us, that's fantastic. You could even include an ellipsis right there. I think right now your subhead might be a little bit large. You might consider reducing that by maybe 1 point, 2 points tops, but right now it's a little bit large in relationship to the headline itself. The body copy looks great. I think one of the things I would recommend here is moving the body copy up in the composition, because right now, when we get to the middle of the composition, there's not a whole lot up top, but at the bottom of the composition, we've got this weight here, we've got this weight, we've got the heavy visual weight of that um, beach that's kind of reduced to pure black. No tonal details in there, so that's very heavy too. Then we've got this weight and this weight. So there's a lot of weight towards the bottom of the composition. For that reason, I recommend taking this body copy and moving it up in the composition, maybe right about here or so. Think if this were a face, place it somewhere near where the eyes would be on the face. So right about here or so. And I think that would be good placement. I think you might have to experiment with the color of the type. So in order to make it visible, and feel free to use different colors. 3 different things you can do. You can sample color right out of the logo to use. You can also sample color right out of the background image to use as the color for your type. All of those are going to point to harmony, color harmony. So that's a good thing. Okay, those are my only recommendations. As I said, it's really a fantastic start. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you need me to clarify anything or make anything more specifically detailed in my comments, please let me know. I'll be glad to do so. Fantastic start. Thank you very much.